devotees, may I have your attention please. Please come and join for the lecture. The lecture is going to start promptly at 7:30. Sri Sivachariyar is here already. So, please come and sit here or in the chair or on the carpet. Please take your seat. Okay, we are going to start in the Sivachariyar always respects the time and we should start on time. Okay. Dr. Shanmuga Sivachariyar does not need any introduction. He is in the YouTube in Chennai as well as United States, and he is our presiding Acharya for this Mahotsav, and he is the Pradhana Shaiva Acharya for this temple. He is the Asthana Acharya. So, today he is going to be talking about the essence of Skanda Purana, the Skanda Purana and Kanda versus the Kanda Purana. And he is also going to talk about the significance of Guha Ghoshanam. There are some of the devotees have expressed the interest in knowing what is Guha Ghoshanam. So he is going to do both, and without much ado, I am going to do the request our Acharya to start the lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Om Vande Gurum Shivam Sambam Dakshina Murtim Abhyayam Yadvantanena Mando Vivinde Guru Samanatam Yadevi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsthita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha Kadalagi Kasand Kannir Malgi Uduvardamai Nanirikku Ipadam Vedam Nanginum Mei Purullavad Nathan Namam Namah Shivayave. My humble pranams to the satsang at Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. Today we are here to do the Chintana about Skanda Purana and Kanda Purana in Tamil. Kachchepa Sivachariyar, great Acharya, is given around 10,345 stanzas, slokas from the Skanda Purana, which our Vyasa has given. So about that we will just discuss an introduction. Then I want to go in deep into Guha Ghoshanam. What exactly Guha Ghoshanam? Who is Guha and what exactly the term Ghoshana represents? And how we should, when we have the darshan of Lord Skanda, how we should look into him. Like I always say, looking into that angle, only we will get the exact meaning. For example, BE means BE, maybe Bachelor of Engineering. BE means, BE. And BE means beryllium also. So depending upon which aspect you look into it, then only you will appreciate the real meaning. Else you will say BE, in fact BE may be an initial of a person also. So depending upon which aspect you are watching. So we are going to go into the Agama Shastras. What exactly Agama says about Skanda, what Agama says how we should worship Skanda, and the purpose of worshipping exactly Lord Skanda. So Guha Ghoshanam major. So I thank Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple for giving this opportunity to share my understanding, I should say, because I am a child, I am still learning. Every day more we learn, we know that we are illiterate. More we learn, that day, we have not learned so many things. Kattra in Tamil there is a saying, Kattra the Kaiman Nalave, Kalla the Ulagalav. Kaiman Nalave is not handful. Just whatever is the water, you just touch whatever comes to you, that is Kaiman Nalav, Kalla the Ulagalav. So, Skanda Purana, what our great Rishi Vyasa Bhagavan had given, Ashtadvaipana has given the Skanda Purana. Actually, our Puranas, if you look into the Puranas, the name we have is Skanda Purana. But in Skanda Purana, you can see the Mahatmya of Arunachala Mahatmya. In the first bhaga, you can see the greatness of Arunachala Mahatmya. It's not one, it's like an encyclopedia. So Skanda Purana means you know, many people they think it talks only about Skanda. But it talks about Skanda. Skandotpatti is there, it is described. But it talks about many things. Mainly about what is the importance of Shivalinga Pratishtha, who exactly is Sadashiva, about many things. It's like an encyclopedia. In each Puranam you can see it is a repetition. So many times we get a doubt. Why there is difference? You know, at one point of time they say this has taken place at this place. So another point of time they say this has taken place at this place. So what exactly is happening? So is it right or wrong? We should understand the concept of time is very large. We saw earlier in our previous lectures, you know, one Kali Yuga is equal to 4,32,000 years. And we are just 5,000 an odd years. And this is 28th Kali Yuga. 4 Yugas, you know, 17,28,000 years, 12,96,000 years, 8,64,000 years, 4,32,000 years. All together makes one Chatur Yuga. This is the Ashta Vinchitame Kali Yuga. When we do the Sankalpa, what do? Sankalpa, I always say Sankalpa is like sending the live location. When we send the live location, we are getting connected. So Sankalpa is very, very important. It's not a joke. We have to check the nakshatra, we have to check the Rashi. Everything, I always say, our Shastras are more than science. Science means systematic, that is also it is systematic. But what people think science as, whether it's scientific, I say it is more than that. It is only, but only thing is, only by your experience you can aprapya manasasaha. Because Veda clearly mentions, we cannot just, you know, it's not understanding, it's experiencing. So Skanda Purana, what our Vyasa Bhagavan has given, he talks about many things. In that, Kanda Purana in Tamil, that I want to give a brief introduction about it. It has got 10,345 stanzas given by Sri Sivachariyar, a priest of, you know, Kumarakotam at Kanchipuram. His father was Kalatti Sivachariyar. He was a great ardent devotee of Skanda. In Kumarakotam, all of you must have had the darshan of Kumarakotam at Kanchipuram, Punya Kshetra. There he was worshipping, you know, the tapas. Archakasya arasakshad. Archaka becomes the aha. So what happens is, you know, when an iron is touching with the magnet, the iron, we say it's a magnetized iron. That iron can attract another iron. So Archaka, by his tapas, you know, Lord Skanda says, you give, you know, this in Tamil. In Tamil language, a part of it. In Shivarahasya Kanda, you give it to the world. For the people to understand. By the Agnya, we will get the, you know, the intuition is very important. No one can say there is no intuition at all. People who have not had intuition, they may say about it. Intuition is very powerful. Like, you know, just the GPS, you switch on the GPS, you type in your password and you are getting connected to the right place. Even if you go wrong also, it will say rerouting and it will take us to the right place. So intuitive power is very important, and if you go accordingly, in fact I can give many examples in my life by the Parashaktis, you know, intuitive is, we say intuitive power, we say Uttara, we may say in different, you know, terms may differ. But intuitive knowledge is very important, and that is why we come to the temple, all the chakras are opening up. When we come to the temple, when we go into a place where it is air conditioned, you need not put any effort at all. Automatically, you know, you feel the coolness. Here you don't put any effort, you feel that you have the coolness. Likewise, in the temple, once you enter the temple, all your chakras are open. Once your chakras are open, you can perceive anything. Not just this Janma alone, your previous Janmas alone, your Janmas to come, your births to come also you can see. That is the power, you know, our Shastras have given, you know, different calculations, different predictions. Based on that, you know, even today, even the Panchangam, you can see the basic thing. The Panchangam, they talk about Grana Punya Kala, eclipses, exact time. How they are predicting, based upon some calculations given by the Rishis. Rishis, just like that they would give. Just like that they would give. That is the power of the Rishayaha, Mantra Drashtaraha. This, you know, in Kanchi Kshetra, this Sivacharya, Kachipa Sivacharya has given this Skanda Purana, And he also mentions that he has given this, whatever he is going to give, this Skanda Purana is based upon Vyasa. Vyasa, what he has given in Sanskrita, I am translating a part of it by Guha's grace, because Guha had given the first stanza. The first stanza has been given by Lord Skanda, and every day he would write 100 stanzas. 100 stanzas, and he will keep in front of Lord Skanda and come back. The night during the Adhyayana Puja. Next day morning there would be corrections. See, if you say whether this can take place, I will just give an example today. Now we do editing, we have group editing. You do something, you type in somewhere. If you give access to another person, that person also can correct your data. Is it right or not? Is it possible or not? So once you have Lord Skanda, Lord as your partner, once you believe he is part of you, he will correct all the things. Sharanagati is very important. You should not doubt God. The only problem is when ego arises, what happens is we say, I did. Who are you first of all? For what you have come down here is to understand about ourselves. That is Guha Ghoshanam, which we are going to discuss now. So Kanda Puranam, and the first stanza itself, there is grammatical mistake. Grammatical mistake means, one of the, those days it was not like that, giving in YouTube or in our own publication, something like that. Panditas will be there. So that Arangetram has to be done. So at that time when Sri Sivachariyar said, after almost a year, he gives the shlokas. And first shloka, first stanza itself, one of the poet, he says, there is grammatical mistake. It was good, genuine, not like today. Genuine. So something we have to discuss. The pros and cons, anything we have to discuss. Then only we will get, upayam chintayet prajnah, apayam no chintayet. Any discussion, it has to be positive, it has to be constructive. So upayam, advantages and disadvantages. So we said, as per Tolkapiyam, the grammatical of Tamil grammar, this is wrong. So so we cannot accept your book. He says, Sri Sivachariyar says, this word has been given by Lord Skanda himself. So after one, the poet says, let Lord Skanda come and tell us. Right, correct one. Skanda has told, let him come and tell me. So he just went, even this, Sri Sivachariyar, he did this with Ahetki, he didn't have any personal intention. You should write this, I should become famous. You will be so surprised. Many of the texts in Sanskrit and in Tamil, to my knowledge, they don't have the author's name. Today we take some other text and we write our name. We don't have name at all. We don't have form at all. Once you understand that you do not have the name, you do not have the form, you will not do like that. Only a person who does not know about the significance, the truth of life may go like that. In many of the texts, if you notice, there won't be any names. There is a very great text called Prasada Sapshloki, which talks about the Prasada mantra, Panchakshara mantra with Prasada, which is given to the Acharya. It talks about the Dwadashanta Chakra. Dwadashanta Chakra, those 6 shlokas, once you go through that 6 shlokas, automatically you will go to the Dwadashanta. But we do not know who gave the text. There are many texts, and they will, in fact, sometimes they will write others' names. Like Mahakavi Kalidasa, there will be Kalidasa's names. Many texts. That was the greatness of our Sanatana Dharma. We did say, Idam Namama. This is not mine. This is not mine. When we do something, at any point of time, we should not get that ego. I did. Namaha, Namama. See, when we give the dana, the Acharya used to say, Namaha, Namama. With absolute dedication, absolute humility we should give. Namaha. Namama. We saw about Namaha means Namaha. Not me. Who are we to say? Namaha means not just poetry in Tamil. In Tamil there is a translation, Tamil Archana, Sanskrit Archana. We saw earlier, there is no question of Tamil, or it's like Unicode. Sanskrit is a Unicode, where the prayers we do perform at the temple is for each and every being. It's not for particular language. No language barrier. For understanding is different. It's for each and every being. The Unicode is Sanskrita. And each language has got its own relevance, own importance. In Tamil there are this 10,340 page slokas, stanzas. I was so happy when Dr. Mama said that at the age of 13, he completely did the parayana of all the slokas. It talks about the Kanchi Kshetra, how great is Kanchi, how the was a fertile land, how the farmers were, how the prayers were performed, everything. Kachipa Shivachariyar, it's not just about Skanda alone. The geographical location, even in Periya Puranam, he talks about, Sekidar Swamigal talks about the geographical location. When we go through the text, we will know how our Bharata Desha was there at that point of time. So here, Kachipa Shivacharya, he says, like, it is because of... So what happens is, Skanda again, he comes in his dream. He says, there will be I will see to that everything gets solved. So it was his Sankalpa, Skanda Sankalpa. So Veera Chodiyam, there is a grammar text called Veera Chodiyam. In that, we have the rule for this particular phrase. So at the next day, in the poet, in the Sabha, another poet comes from Chola Desha, and he comes with this text, which they were not familiar earlier. And he shows this particular formula, sutra, and as per this sutra, this form is right. And at once, the poet who came, Lord Skanda himself had come as a poet. At once, he goes away and disappears. And all the poets were so, they were blessed, and at once they take the Ashirvadam from Kachipa Shivacharya. Please forgive us. See, that is the greatness. We cannot be complaining at all. When we are wrong, we should say sorry. But many times ego will not allow us. Correct? Even if it is wrong, we would say yes, it is right. It is because we don't understand about ourselves. Once you know your temporary existence, how many years? 100 years, 120 years, 200 years, 300 years. How many years we can live? We do not know at all. We do not know at all. So once you know that we are temporary and we have come here for a bigger purpose, you will know to accept your faults. So those points, it was nothing wrong with them also. According to their text, it was not there. And they understood the greatness of Kachipa Shivacharya. They took him around in a palanquin around the Kanchi Kshetra. And that is how these 10,340 stotras of Lord's Kanda Purana had come, and it talks about Skandotpatti, Utpatti Kandam, Asura Kandam. There are 6 Kandas actually from Shivarasya Kanda of Skanda Purana. The particular, not complete Skanda Purana is translated into it, only a part of it. That itself has come to 10,340 stanzas. That mainly Utpatti Kanda, how Skanda had come, Skandotpatti, the Skanda, the Virya of Lord Shiva, and then Agni, then Vayu, then Ganga, different sthanas. So he talks about that, and that is how the Kanda Purana. Now you want to go deep into our Guha Ghoshanam. What exactly Guha Ghoshanam? Why could have been called as Skandotsava, Guhotsava. But why Guha? Why Ghoshanam? Kartikeyotsava, Kumarotsava, any name. But why the term Guha and why Ghoshanam? So Guha is something very subtle. The term Guha, Guhya. Guha means Guhya, subtle. We who think that we have a form, basically we don't have a form. We don't have a form. The form that is subtle is taking care of this gross body. This physical body is moved, made into, we make all the actions, we do this, that, and everything is by the subtle energy. That subtle energy is called Guha, which is Guhya. Guhya means secret. Guhya, Guhya Goptapam, Grahana, Smutam Japam. We say, you are the subtle. In a seed, you cannot see the potential. The seed is given, we have to sow it and we have to water it. If you are going to see whether the seed has come, we will not do it. It will become important. The Shastra says, absolute surrender. First for you to be a Bhakta, first, discipline is, we have to accept our Shastras. We can ask questions. Actually, our Puranas, even all our text, many question and answers only. Questions can come, but we have to start. We have to start with we have to accept something. Then you can, after some time when you get the question, you can ask a question. But beginning itself, you ask a plus b the whole square, you have to accept a square plus b square plus 2ab. You're going to ask in the beginning itself, then you can derive, then the teacher would say. But first you have to accept. Let x be this value. You have to, you are giving a variable. Let this be this. Then with this into x is equal to this. Then you find the x. Likewise, to understand yourself, this Guha Ghoshanam. Ghoshanam means the proclamation, the sound. It has got many meanings. Here, Ghoshana, how we have given the name is Ghoshana is understanding, going into, it's more internal. We saw in the Sahasra Chandi, those 10 days, you saw their Sahasra Chandi, grand. But here, these 10 days, it will be more internal. More internal because Guha is internal. In the Mooladhara, I will talk about the chakras now. Basically, Guha Ghoshanam, it's going to take you to the Dwadashanta, where Lord Shiva resides. In the Mooladhara, Lord Ganesha resides. Mooladhara. There are different chakras, all of you know, different chakras are there in us, which is subtle. Again, like you cannot see by scanning or X-ray or something. It is subtle. Like our life. We have life or not. So where is your Atma? Can you show in your X-ray? Your Atma. But we say we are alive. I am eating. I am speaking. Right? We accept that something is there in us. Some Shakti is there in us. Likewise, these chakras are there, especially blessed by Lord Shiva, by his Parama Karuna, by his compassion, by love for all the Jivatmas. We are called Pashu. He is called Pati. A temple is place where we reach the Pati in a very easy form. The temple is based upon the Agamas. Agamas talks about the Pashu, Pati and Pasha. Pasha is all the rest of the world. Pashu is we Pashus. The Jivatmas are Pashus. Pati is Lord Shiva. To reach him, we have to move away from the Pasha, and once you just remove it, we will know who am I. Once the dirt is removed, we get the real color. Likewise, the Pasha is removed. To remove the Pashas only, the Guha Ghoshanam is being performed in two ways. One way, we are doing many rituals, many mantras are being chanted, and these mantras also, at morning also we are explaining about the Shatu Samaratishati. People who had come in the morning, you would have seen. In Shatu, mainly, we have three parts. First is like Sahasranama Archana. Like we have 6 Sahasranamas. Ishana, can you repeat? Ishana, Tatpurusha, Aghora, Vamadeva, Sadyojata, Adhomukha, Antarmukha. Ishana, Tatpurusha, Aghora, Vamadeva, Sadyojata, Adhomukha. 6 faces of Lord Sharmukha. 6 faces as Lord Sharmukha has got, 5 faces of Lord Shiva. Ishana, Tatpurusha, Aghora, Vamadeva, Sadyojata, Adhomukha. It is only Lord Sharmukha who is going to show you, who is going to give you the Shivajnana. That's why even if you have noticed, all of the elders in our Tamil Nadu during the Utsavas, which god comes out during the Utsavas? Somaskanda. Only Somaskanda comes out during the Utsavas. During the Padosha, Chandrasekhara Murti comes out. But during the Utsavas, because Utsava is Sambhavi Diksha, Param Sambhavi Diksha, Kyam Utsavam Jnana Sambhavam. God comes out to do the Diksha for each and every being. Adikshitanam, Bhutanam, Pakshinam, Mrigadarukam, for each and every being. So here, Guha Ghoshanam, first Mooladhara, what happens is the 6 Sahasranamas are different 6 chakras. The Mooladhara, Lord Ganesha, if you have noticed the first day we invoke Lord Ganesha, we did the Abhishekam. Mooladhara, he clears the obstacles. And then Shat Chakras, Lord Skanda takes us. He takes us to the Dwadashanta. Dwadashanta is where Shive Dwadashante, Shive Samyojayet. It is that's why Kundrirukkumidamallam Kumara. Kundri means, not just mountain alone, not hill alone. Kundri means this. No, you worship like this, you keep like this. It will be like a mountain. Kundri means here. Kundri means this point. Shiva and Shakti together. And what kona you have for Shanmukha? What diagram, how do you represent Shanmukha? Veil, other than veil? Diagram, which diagram do you give? You are halfway through. 1 triangle or 2 triangles? 2 triangles. Very good. Very good. Give a clap to yourself. Give a big clap to her. The 2 triangles. Shiva and Shakti together. It's called Shatkona. And Kundrirukkumidamallam Kumaran means Dwadashanta. This is Dwadashanta. And Lord Skanda, he takes you through the peacock, Mayil. Mayil, peacock, what is it called in Samskrita? In Samskrita? Mayura. Mayura. Correct. Mayura, correct. So, because why you talk about Samskrita is, it is like passwords. For PIN number, you do not know the meaning. You have to just type in the PIN. You get access. Correct. In fact, now you have biometric, you have face ID. You just show your face. For your iPhone, I cannot show my face. Correct, sir? Like this, these are all passwords which have been given by our sages, by our rishis. Who are we to make the changes? What do we know about ourselves? So I always say this balances. So these Shat Chakra, from Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agnya, Sahasrara. The Sahasrara, the Sahasranama, you have Sambandha? Sahasranama, the Sahasranama is performed, offered job, not just another names. These names gives enormous amount of energy. You just write the name in the check. What name you write? The banker will give you that to that person's name. Correct? You just write the name. So name has the importance. Name. You just write the name. Whichever name you write, the banker gives you the money. Likewise, the Nama Japa of Lord Skanda, the Guha, who is there in a subtle form. His Ghoshana is nothing but traveling internally. Antarmukha Samaradhya. When you start traveling internally, you experience it. Raso Vaisaha, because Veda says Raso Vaisaha. It is only Rasa. You cannot see how much ever I speak, unless and until you experience, you will not appreciate it. How much ever I speak, I may speak for hours and hours and hours. Once you experience, you will become, Mauna. You will stop speaking. Because that is what the Upadesha given by Lord Skanda to Arunagirinatha. Summayil. At many points, that also we are going to see in one of our lecture, that we are going to see. In that he says Kanda Alankara, Kanda Anubhuti, but everything started from the Mauna, the silence. Once you are silent, that's why when you enter a temple, you should be silent. Even your phone also should be silent, and you should also silent. It's not like physical alone, mentally also. You won't believe, you will believe when I say, I switched off my phone at Bharatadesha. I will switch on my phone only when I go back to Bharatadesha. I switched off the phone. When I checked in, I switched off my phone. So once I go back, because I want to concentrate on Lord Skanda around here. I have come down for this Skanda Utsava. I don't want to get into the mundane things. I have come for a bigger Utsava which is going to take me to a different world, to Lord Shiva. Again, I don't want to go into the mundane things. So slowly, it is like the maturity is nothing but maturity. I'm matured, I've learned. It's not just by words, it's how you act. So you should slowly come out of the mundane things and get into it. That's why the Guha Ghoshanam. Ghoshana is the proclamation. Guha Ghoshanam is understanding. Ghoshana is sound. We say Veda Ghosha. The sound, the internal sound. Once you start hearing the internal sound, you will be totally cut off from the external sound. External sound, you will not be affected by the external sound also. You will not say this person is blaming this. That's why if you have noticed all this, the prajnas, like Sadashiva Brahmendra, many Mahan, even our Acharya, Kanchi Acharya, many Acharyas, they were not bothered about other things. Many Nayanmars, many Advars, many Adinams also. They were not affected by external things. They just continued the Dharma. That is so. This Guha Ghoshanam is to understand the 6 mukhas. Those 6 mukhas, we have the Archana for all these 10 days. So please come. So first day we started with Ishana Mukha. Ishana is Urdhva Mukha, from which all the 28 Agamas had been given by Lord Shiva. Like other 4 mukhas, 4 Vedas had been given by Lord Shiva. Shiva Nishvasitam Vedaha Vagrupas Shivagama. Agamas have been given by Lord Shiva himself, not man-made. Because if you go into the literature, you will know that no one can write like that other than Lord Shiva. Not done by Manusha Prayatna. Absolute. So much he talks about architecture, he talks about, what he has not spoken about the subtle things about the Jivatma, Paramatma, about the temple, how the Mula Sthana should be, how the structure should be, what should be the size of the nail, how the eyes should be, everything has been spoken of in the Agamas. So Shiva Nishvasitam Vedaha Vagrupas Shivagamaha. So this Agamas talks about the Guha Ghoshanam, Guhya, in all the Shaktis, in all the Devata Swarupas. Guha Ghoshanam, Guha means not only Skanda. I'm coming to the next other part. Guha, generally we understand Guha means Skanda. Especially in Tiruchendur, Skanda, Muruga Peruman. Here also you have in Tiruchendur, if you notice in the Koshta, we have Guha here, in our Skanda Koshta. And our Skanda is so special here, our Muruga. You know why special is Maharatha Rudaya Namaha, the Nama comes in our Shatrusamara Krishati, which says Maharatha Arudaya Namaha. You know, we are the Ratha, we are the chariot. And the controller of this chariot is Maharatha Arudha, is Lord Skanda. And now you have how the Ganapati Stapati, we are thankful to Ganapati Stapati ji. You know how he has designed our temple? If you have noticed the Skanda temple? Huh? What does the chariot represent? We, the whole world. And who is controlling it? Maharatha Arudaya Namaha. The same, you know, Lord Krishna says in the Gita, Ratakatyeva Saratihi. All the same. Actually, if you say Shaiva, Vaishnava, Shakta, once you go higher and higher, see, when you're traveling in the flight, everything looks alike. When you're below, you will know first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. Once you elevate yourself, there is no Abheda Darshanam Jnana. That is the Sankalpa of our Sri Sivachariyar temple also. Maharatha Arudha. So Guha Ghoshanam is traveling inside, not only traveling inside, traveling externally also. So earlier I told you why we should go into the mundane world. Here externally means not externally. Here externally means giving the energy to the Panchabhutas, to the 5 elements, for the world to be in proper order. 5 Panchabhutas, and 6th one is the Shakti which is controlling the Panchabhutas. The 5 elements should be in a proper balance. Even when we were in school, you know, we were asked to, in science, you have to balance the equations. We put 2, we put 3, like that, something like that. Even for maths also, this is equal to this, what is this? So like balancing. So the Panchabhutas have to be balanced, because we are also made up of 5 elements. Once you know this is done, everything will be fine. That is why the importance of temple arises. You know why Lord Shiva has given the temple worship. Many people they say, oh, if you sit down, if you do your meditation, if you do your thing, that is more than enough. Why you need a temple? Why you need this? So much of rituals. Is it meaningful? This, that, and they try to confuse us. We should be straight. See, this has been our sampradaya. This is what our forefathers have followed. I am following it. Number 1. Number 2, our Shastras have given it. Shastras are more subtle, and it will forcing, it will talk about the future also. So I am going to follow it. So if you are having a gold, and if someone is going to make fun of it, will you throw the gold away? But we should ask the ladies' side. Huh? We won't throw. Correct. Likewise, this is the greatest, precious thing, object is our temples. Our temple. That is our first duty is to protect the temples. Morning also was telling you. So to donate, to be part of the temple. Here we have no other option. We call as sponsor. But sponsor, I always say, who are we to sponsor the God? Skanda sponsor, Ganesha sponsor. But we have no other term. We say sponsor. God has sponsored this body to us to remove our karmas. Bhoga and moksha, bhoga is given. So these chakras, all the chakras, till Sahasrara we get elevated. And Mayura, I was talking about Mayura, why the Mayura? In Mayura, you have, if you split the terms, you have to split it to get to understand it. Ma, you have Makara, Yim and A. In U, E and U. Mayura, E and U. And Ra, what do you have? Ir, Repa and A. Correct. Mayura means Im, Makara. If you split it and you get the formula, the Repa, Ra, we don't call Repa, the Ra letter we don't call as Rakara. Only Ra alone we call as Repa in Sanskrit. Other letters we call as Yakara, Shakara, Takara, but Ra alone we should say as Repa. So Ra represents Agni. Ra represents Agni. And what else you have? Ya. Ya represents Vayu. In a temple where Skanda is placed, in general. In any temple where Skanda is placed. Which place? When you enter a temple, in Vayubhag. So Ganesha will be the Nairuti Bhaga. Ganesha will be the Nairuti Bhaga. Nairuti, the southwest. Northwest is Vayubhag, where Skanda is placed. So Nairuti Bhaga is where the Asuras enter. You have Pentagon, Panchakona. Pentagon is in the Nairuti Bhaga of our capital. Very powerful. May God bless America. We should pray for this country. I always say we should be truthful. I always, to any part of the world I go, I always ask our Indian community to work hard, be truthful. At any point of time, we should not think otherwise for the place we are living. We should be truthful to it. So Mayura, if you notice, is Vayu Bija. Repa is Agni Bija. So if all of you know about how Skanda was blessed. Skanda was blessed by Lord Shiva, and Agni, Vayu, and then Jala, Ganga. Omkara, you have A, A, U and Im. A plus U, O plus Im, Om. Just by one letter, just Mayura. So these namas have got special significance. Namas you cannot translate it. Namas like a pin number. You should just follow it as a pin number. There is nothing for us to understand. It is like subtle. It is subtle. So this Mayura, which the yoga. How do you do yoga? How do you do yoga? Pranayama is very important. Pranayama. So why you do? I'm just telling you a very small example, which we can understand. This bija, it takes us to the Dwadasha. And Agni, which destroys our karmas. What is the Vahana of Lord Skanda? Peacock. What do we call us? Mayura. Mayura, correct? So, the Nama for peacock is itself kept in such a way that, the Bijaksharas are kept in it. Mayura. So, it takes us to the Dwadasha. This is the purpose of this Guha Ghoshanam. Ghoshana means understanding. Ghoshana means proclamation. Ghoshana means sound. You have many meanings. Here it's internal. And Guha means the Paramatma and yourself. The subtle energy. The subtle energy which is supporting our life here. The subtle energy is supporting the sustenance of the whole universe. Vishwasya Bijam Paramasimaya. The Vishwasya Bijam, the Bija, the seed of the Vishwa. Vishwasya Bijam, we saw in Devi Mahatmya, everything is said, everything is Shakti. If you go into Devi Mahatmya, we have seen in the Devi Mahatmya also, in Skanda, even in about Vishnu Sahasranam also it will be the same. Because all are same, they don't have forms. The formless form only we had described it. Vishwasya Bijam, even when they talk about Shiva, Vishwasya Bijam. The subtle form is called Guha Ghoshanam. So six Sahasranamas, today the three kalas we offer to Ishana Mukha, Ishana. From tomorrow, three kalas Tatpurusha. Tatpurusha is in the east. Each Mukha also represents Panchabhutas. Ishana, Tatpurusha, Agora, Vamadeva, Satyojata. So like Akasha, Vayu, Vayu or Agni, Agni or Apaha, Adya Prithvi. Understood? Five elements. Ishana, Tatpurusha. Generally, when I talk here, Ishana, Tatpurusha, Agora, Vamadeva, Satyojata. We have fingers also, different fingers. When you do the Nyasa, when the Acharya does the Nyasa, different fingers. Ishana, Tatpurusha, Agora, Vamadeva, Satyojata. Even in our physical body, the Acharya does the Nyasa. Yes means to place. Nyasa means placing the mantras in it. Placing the mantras. Gets the value. Whatever value we write in the check leaf, we get the money. So the mantras are placed on the devatas. So devatas get the Shakti. So once when the devotees come to the temple, or they get the energy from the devatas. That is by the pujas performed at the temples. Acharyas very place. That's why they say Acharyas Shiva. When you enter a temple, you should look upon the Acharya as Lord Shiva himself. Archakasya Adasakra. Even in Pancharatragama they say Charanarayana, like a mobile Narayana, in the mobile form is the Acharya. First when she entered the temple, after taking the darshanam at flagstaff, Udastamba, you have to do the namaskara there. And then we have to see the Acharya, then only the Swami. Agama talks about different, how to, the procedures. Like when we check in, we have different procedures. That is Ishana. So Tatpurusha is in the east, Agora is in the south, Vamadeva is in the north, and Satyojata is in the west. Understood? 5. Ishana, above. Ishana is above. Tatpurusha is in the east, Agora, south, Vamadeva, north, Satyojata, west. You are the Satyojata part of the world, west. So everything is connected, everything microcosm and macrocosm. So when you water the root, the whole tree gets. So when you perform the prayers in the temple, it is for the entire world. That is why we should always pray for the Bharatam, because Bharatam has got so much of temples. So that is a portal for the entire universe. Whatever prayers performed at the Bharata Desha, it is the portal. Like we call about WAN, LAN, wide area network, so many networks we call. So those days, our Shastras have spoken about these things. So Ishana, Tatpurusha, Agora, Vamadeva, Satyojata, and Antarmukha is called Adhomukha. That's why we tie the Rudraksha also here. Rudraksha, Kanda Rudraksha. This Vishuddhi Chakra is very important. Vishuddhi Chakra is very important in the Yoga Shastra. Vishuddhi Chakra. So when we tie this Kanda Rudraksha, this shows the this activation of the Antarmukha. All can wear, men and women can wear it all the times. Rudraksha can only, when it comes to Mala, it has got some restrictions. When it is worn like this, it can be worn at all the times by men and women to activate the Antarmukha. The Antarmukha is Shanmukha. So Guha Ghoshanam is, at this point of time, Guha Ghoshanam, this prayers that was performed. So every 3 kalas, 3 into 6 is equal to 18 kalas. So this is the third kala. First kala we had Ishana, yesterday evening we began. Morning we had the preliminary session. And from yesterday evening, 3 kalas. Third kala, Ishana Mukha. Tomorrow which Mukha? Ishana then Tatpurusha. Very good. Which is in the eastern side. Above, east, then Agora 3 kalas, Vamadeva 3 kalas, 3 sessions, and Satyojata 3 sessions, and Adhomukha 3 sessions, 18 sessions. So these 18 sessions, all the Shadagaras are being activated by the 6 Sahasranamas, like the mother cooks and the child eats. The mother does not wait for the child. So these prayers performed at the temple for the benefit of the whole universe. So Guha Ghoshanam is an opportunity for us to understand about ourselves, because once you understand yourself, you will not be worried about what is taking place in this mundane world. Only when we do not know about ourselves, we get confused. We get people who know this is Sri Sivachariyar temple. Do you have to depend on GPS? We don't know. And people, I know Mama, Shiva Mama. I don't have to go into Google who is Shiva Mama. Correct? Likewise, once you know about yourself, you will be complete. That's what Gita Lord Krishna says. Samashatraucha mitrecha tatha mana apamanayoho shitokta sukha dukkeshu samasanga vivarjitaha tulyanindra stutirmauni santushto yena kenachit aniketa sthiramati bhaktiman me priyona. Sthiramati. How do you get the sthiramati? Stable mindedness only by worship. So notice all our elders, all our forefathers, they always worship. For anything they will say, Lord will take you. And Muruga is, by just chanting Muruga's name, Muruga has got 3 letters. Muruka. Mu is Mukunda. Muruga means Adagi in general in Tamil. Muruga means Adagi. And he gives the beauty, like not only this external, we don't talk about external at all. We talk about the internal beauty, the internal travel. So, first Mu is Mukunda. Mu represents Mukunda. Second is Rudra. Kamala. Kamalodbhava is Brahma. So Vishnu, Shiva, Rudra. Shiva means not the Parashiva, Rudra. And Brahma. So when you say Muruga, you call all the Muruga, Indra, Muchalam, and he is the Prana Shakti. Where we saw he is in the Vayu Bhaga, and he is in the Vayu Bhaga. Vayu represents the vital air. So to feel Muruga, you just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Sit straight. Always you should sit straight. All the chakras should be in active mode. Then only we can see. Only when the phone is active, we can get the messages. Likewise, always we should sit straight to get the chakras activated. Just close your eyes and think. Just watch the breath. Take deep breath, and for maybe 6 times you do. Just watch your breath. The breath that went in and went out is called Prana Shakti. It is not the air which we see outside. This is Lord Skanda, Shanmukha, and He who is there in all of us. That's why, Vidya, Vinaya, Sampanne, Brahmane, Garyastini, Shvanishcheva, Shobhagrecha, Pandita, Samadarshina, Abeda, Darshanam, Jnanam. It means, once you know that it is the Lord who is there present in all the beings. Where is the question of Veda Bhavana? How did you feel? Once you close your eyes, you will be totally cut off from the external things. So we have to get cut to get back our energy. We have to cut. And Guha Ghoshanam is to take you through the chakras, through the Dwadashanta, Kundirikumidamalam, Kumari. Wherever, always, we are going to see even Lord Vishnu and Lord Skanda, they stay only on the hills. Just like his mama. In fact, many acharyas, Vaishnava acharyas, when they come to our home, they would say, Attaya Pathikran, Atta, Ambal, they say Atta Mama. That kind of relation. When I go to their house, I say Mama Pathikran. So God was not something separate. God is not any physical structure. He was part of us. So, Tumeva Matacha Pita Tumeva. Tumeva Bandhuscha Sakha Tumeva. He was our friend. Annayam Pitavum, everything, that kind of attitude, that kind of bhakti, once you show, you will not be afraid of God. Bhaya Bhakti is different. We should be afraid of the Shastra. Afraid in the sense, not frightened in the sense, we should adhere the Shastra, go according to the Shastra. That is called Bhaya. Bhaya means not afraid or something like that. We should be comfortable. We should be comfortable with the Lord. And this Guha Ghoshanam is going to make lots of transformations. The inner transformations which we need at this point of time, especially after the pandemic. Many, I'm going around the world, I'm seeing some kind of, the depression is there. Everything is going to change, not just for us, not just for this country alone, but for the entire world. Lots of changes are going to take place by the Guha Ghoshanam. That is the Sankalpa, and it is specially done in this month of Adi, Kritika. Actually, this Guha Ghoshanam is part of the Adi Kritika. Adi Kritika means 6, 6 stars together, 6 Shatkoda. And Adi is so special, Karkataka Masa is so special. Surya is in which place? In Chandra's house. And Surya and Chandra together is Amavasya. And Surya in the Chandra's house means the whole month is so auspicious. Surya is Shiva and Chandra is Shakti. Shanmukha is, what did we see? Shanmukha, 5 faces of Lord Shiva, and Shakti from his mother. 5 plus 1, 6. And this Adi Masa, Ashada Masa, and Karkataka Masa, and Adi Kritika, part of that, we thought this Guha Ghoshanam, because time is also more important. They have calculated, all the time is not the same. Others may say everything is same. So when you say all the bills are same or not? All the checks are not the same. All the metals are not the same. Each one have with their different potencies, the chemical compositions. If you go into the periodic table, you have different things. CO is carbon monoxide, CO2 is carbon dioxide. CH4 is methane. All are not the same. Each one have the different specialities. Likewise, our rishis have calculated Tithi, Nakshatra, Vara, Yoga and Karana. And this Guha Ghoshanam is done as per the Shastras at a perfect time. In Karkataka Masa, the Surya is in the Chandra's house. So Surya and Chandra together. Like Amavasya, the whole, that's why Adi Amavasya is so special. And this Masa is so special called Malamasa, which you have 2 Amavasyas. Which is generally we don't do any auspicious thing during Malamasa, like Vivaha and other things. But Malamasa is so special for Upasana, for mantra, like Grahana Punya Kala. We get in multiple numbers. So Guha Ghoshanam, see, definitely it is not by our Sankalpa. Lord Skanda has decided at this point of time, at this particular place, and this part of the world, this Guha Ghoshanam is to be performed, to be offered to Lord Skanda for the benefit of the entire world. So that's the basic thing of Guha Ghoshanam and Skanda Purana, and we saw Kanda Purana in Tamil. It's almost the same. Mainly in Kanda Purana we talk about Sri Sivachariyar. In fact, I should talk about the Parimela also when I speak about Kanda Purana. Parimela who had given the commentary for Tirukkural. It's so unfortunate we are not learning his commentary. His commentary is a perfect commentary for Tirukkural. He was also a priest of Kanda Purana at Kanchipuram. Kanchipuram, there were 2 priests who have given great text. One is the Bhashya for Tirukkural, Parimela Bhashyam. He was a Vaishnavite priest of Kanda Purana. Almost they lived in the 11th century. And Sivachariyar of Kanda Kottam. He has given Kanda Purana. So these great historical people, we should know, our children should know how great. It is all by intuition. It's not like, I always say the intuition is something but like our telephone. Telephone, you speak to another person, you are here, you are there in the other part of the world. How do you get connected? How do you get connected? Do you have a wire or something to get connected? Huh? There is no wire, also Wi-Fi. And this wireless fidelity needs some system, wired system. Wireless fidelity cannot work without the wires. For us it is working without the wires. But for the Wi-Fi to work, you need a wired system. They are the temples, Devatas. So we should just surrender to the God. We should not doubt God. And at any point of time, we should not say, I did this, I did that. So what, as a gene has given this form, small gene, all of us, we have read science. So people who have read the basic science will know it's a blessing for us to have this physical form. The eyes to be in the position of the eyes, the ears to be in the position of the ears. What would have happened if something changed? Everything is God. So who are we to scold God? I did this, I did so much of Parayana, I gave you gold thing, I gave you this Nivedana. Who are we? See, for us to be a human being itself, we are thankful to God till our end of the birth. Whatever we do, it's like doing to our mother and father. Nothing is equal to doing to God. So I always say, we should be part of the temple, a part of our salary. That was our dharma. In fact, Shaivagama says, 100%, 60% should be given to God. Dharma. The ratio is not just 10%. 60-40. He says 60% should be given as dharma to temples, to charity. Those days, we didn't buy food. There were annachatrams were there. So that we should revive. It's a duty and we should be part of the temple. As we began in the beginning of the lecture, Lord, Sri Sivachariyar, he had Skanda as his partner. Like partner shareholders. So 60-40 means 60%. If Lord is going to be a shareholder, what will happen? You don't have to worry at all. I'm not talking about the money, sir. See, physical money, I'm just giving as an example. I'm not bothered about this money. Everything is temporary. Nothing we are going to Kadatru, Siyum, Aradhakan, Kadai Vadike. Nothing we are going to take. But our punyas and papas will come with us in the subtle form. So it will come in the next birth also. See, I have come down here in this birth as Sri Sivachariyar today, on this day, Shobhakrit Varsha, in this Punya Kala. In my next birth, I may come in any form. I may be a tree also. I may be in any form. So now I am as a human being, why I should miss this opportunity to pray? We should pray to God. We should wish everyone like this. Our sampradaya is like Guha, because this namaskara to whom? Guha. Like this only to the policeman. Like we should do this. When you are driving, it is difficult. That time you can do like this. Driving, you don't do like this. We should be practical also. We always say any shastras, we should go according to the rules of that country. Mama knows from the day one. I always say we should not go against the laws of any country. We should, that is itself dharma. We should follow the rules. I tell to my driver, if you stop at the signal, that is the Shiva Puja for you. You will get the fruits of Shiva Puja. No speed. Why speed? So small things. I always say for a bigger bungalow, key is only a smaller one. So Guha Ghoshanam is very subtle but very powerful, which you are going to experience. Is all the Shat Chakras. Once the Shat Chakras are activated, you will be, please go to your own, read about the chakras, what are different chakras activate, different aksharas are there, different colors are there, different devatas are there. So Acharya, he performs a Bhuta Shuddhi every day, he activates the chakra. Yesterday in the Kumbhalankara, if you have noticed, temporarily he takes this Jivatma, his Atma to the Dwadashanta, Shive Samyojayet, and he cleans his physical body and the subtle body, and he brings back Lord Shiva. Such are the techniques prescribed in the Agamas. Agamas are very subtle. Agamas, we can know Agamas. They don't know because of their, since they do not know, they are saying other things. But Agamas talks about these techniques to take your, like open heart surgery. Temporarily, it takes your soul and it takes you to the Dwadasanta, and you can bring it back. Very great technique. These things, when you go to the temple, when you go to a Kumbhabhishekam, you should watch these things. Not for other things, Melam, Talam and all, it can be done at any point of time. I always say, I'm very particular when puja or something, only at that point of time, music should be in. Music, you can have a separate program also, music program. Correct. So these are all like rituals. Rituals, at any point of time, rituals should not be disturbed because they are like programming. Even small part of the program is, if you delete it, the program, I always say .exe file. Other people, they may not understand it. If you are going to delete it, what will happen? You cannot use the main file. Likewise, this is a programmed chip our Agamas have given, our Vedas have given, our Shastras have given. We are blessed to pray for the entire universe. How we are blessed as a Sanatana Dharma, as a follower of Sanatana Dharma, we are blessed again and again because we are able to Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Only we can say. Even in fact, the Sri Sivachariyar says, only his word, main called Shaiva Nidhi Vilangika Udagam Ellam, he says. He says, let the water come at rain, come at the right time. Everything. The blessings for the entire world. Shaiva Nidhi means, Shaiva means again, we should see in this point, Shaiva Nidhi means only not Shaiva Samayam, not in a small way. They are in a broader way. Shiva means Mangala. Shiva means Mangala. Shaiva means what are all the auspicious things? Let it spread around the world. Let all the people be benefited by it. That is the, he says, let the ruler rule according to the Dharma. We have the Dharma Stamba also stop, did the Pratishtapana, our Mananiya Pradhana Mantri, did the Vrishabhadanda. Our throughout the Adinam, given the Dharma Danda. So the Vrishabha represents the Dharma. Kon Murai Arasasaiga. Korevilad Uyirgal Varga. He didn't say this country, that religion. Korevilad Uyirgal Varga. Let all the beings be happy. Let them be happy. So that is our Sankalpa. May God bless you with peace and happiness. Let us pray for this country. May God bless America. May God bless our Bharata Desha. May God bless the entire world. Because to God, He does not have any limitations. Unlimited access. We can pray to the entire universe also. Please don't have any limitations to God. Only for your job, only for your home or something. You can ask for that also. You ask for the entire world. Unlimited access. Unlimited anything you can ask. He is there to bless us. Let us pray for everyone. Let us remove the differences. Let us come together. Shatru Samhara Drishati, we will be seeing in the future lectures also. 1 hour has run. So we will Shatru Samhara Drishati, mainly Shatru means the enmity, not physical enemies around. The subtle enemies, subtle, which are obstructing, our development, our path towards the God, those will be removed. So even those mantras are being chanted, and Shaktya Darshana is also offered to the God there. So you are going to see Lord Skanda already happy. Are you able to see now? You can see the smile. Huh? So on the final day, on 13th, you see, it will be a great smile. We want to see always, which Chinmaya says, keep smiling. We always want to see smile. Smile, everyone, smile. The school they will teach also. Students are like that. They say, show your teeth. At once they smile. When I ask them to smile, they don't smile. Palla kaamingana takkan sirku undu. Sirichinde irukano. Ellari sirike vekkano. Ellaru santosham. May Ambal, may Mother Kalika Ambal bless each and every one of you with peace and happiness. Let the whole world be happy. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Ittivel Muruganukku. Haranam Parvati Pataye. गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम आदिपरा शक्ति माता की वेट्रिवेल मुरुगनुक्कु. Please do come, almost all the days. I don't want to compel you, but I don't want to miss you also. Else you can join through the web streaming also. This is a great opportunity. You can listen to the mantras. The Nama has got its own energy. Different mantras also. We'll be talking about those specific mukhas also on those particular days. If possible, I will try to give a recording about each mukha also, so that it can be there at the website at all the times. Very happy. Namaskaram. Hari Om. Jai. God bless America. One day more.
Thank you. Thank you, Sri Sivachariyar. It's our absolute pleasure to have him. And the thing that struck me most is he has the ability to make something that is so complicated, so simple. And I'm just absolutely amazed. He talked about the periodic table, he talked about math, he talked about other very, very simple things, which is where we live. I live in math, and finances and the rest of it. So to be able to connect those complicated topics with something that we can connect with, I think is definitely a blessing for us. Thank you so much. And as a reminder, tomorrow again we have 2 other lectures. So if you're able to come, please do come. We'll definitely enjoy this. Yeah, I'll give the details about that. At 3 to 4:30, we have Sadhguru Bodhinath Velan Swamigal's video presentation, followed by Sri Sivachariyar's topic on that. And again later at 7:30 to 8:30, it will again be Nama Japam and its benefits in today's stressful life. I definitely need to listen to that. And Murugan as Tagapan Swami, Guru to his father. Thank you again, and our dear namaskaram to him.
Thank you. Swami Malay, Tagapan Swami.
Yes,
It's here in our temple. Tagapan Swami. More also we will be talking with Tagapan Swami. Ubrak. 6 mukhas, 5 mukhas. 6 are 5. Yes. 6 mukha, 5 common. This all till here. Till here it can. From here to here. The Kanda Ubrak. Thai. You can wear, you will get it, It activates this point. Yes, you will please wear it. Nothing wrong in wear it, can be worn all the time like this. Namaskaram. Thai,